something. You gotta do something. He's hurt.
You sure give Winnie a scare.
Not to mention Ginger. Come on, let's go. Hello, Ginger.
Tucky's parcel, you got to.
Doc!
Doc! Doc, got a surprise for you. Visitor!
Is this the little girl the boy's been hooping about? Somebody said something about a natural growing child.
Think you'd have a gift for patience by now.
Well, I'll be if you ain't the prettiest little thing I ever saw. My name's Angus Tuck.
And Winnie Foster.
Ah, well, Winnie Foster, you come right on down here now. After that long ride, you must be needing a bit of refreshment. Why don't you join the boys down there in the pond, huh? Go right ahead now.
Tuck,
What's the matter, May?
Winnie is a good girl from a proper home.
Oh. Well, I don't think they're in the altogether.
How's the water, Miles? Hey, come on in, Jess. Hey. Come on, Winnie. Come on in. Come on in.
Angus, we gotta talk.
We'll talk about that child tonight, May. I told you before.
Except she didn't tell you about the man in the yellow suit.
What man?
He seemed to know when he tried to stop us from taking her off.
He had a pistol. Took a shot at me.
And he knows.
I don't see how he couldn't.
As soon as we talk to that child, we just best be moving up out of here.
It's a child I'm worried about.
What do you want me to do, Pa?
Find out about that man in the yellow suit. Find out who he is. And
Talk.
then we'll decide. Hitch up Ginger in the morning, right into town.
Jesse, fetch me that kettle.
Just a minute, Ma. That's real pretty, ain't it?
Now, you go get yourself cleaned up.
All right, Ma.
Thanks, May.
Oh, there you go, son.
Good,
All right, now. You don't need a whole lot of gabbing. I don't want to spoil a good meal with a lot of chat.
All right. There you go.
I want to go home.
Why, of course you do. As soon as I explain to you a bit as to why you have to promise not to tell about the spring. You know, that's really the only reason we brought you here. Never thought we'd live to see the day when we'd be scaring little children. We're going to get you home just as fast as we can. Besides, I don't think we've got a whole lot of time.
That's funny, Pa. Seems to me like time's the only thing we got a lot of.
Winnie, what I'm about to tell you may sound fantastical, but I swear to you, child, it's the truth. 87 years ago, us Tucks came from way back east to find a place to settle down. That time, your pa's wood wasn't just a wood, it was part of a great big forest. We thought we'd start a little farm when we came to the end of the trees, but the trees never seemed to end. Anyways, one day after we traveled a long, long time, we came to the spot that your pa now owns.
And it was real nice, Winnie. It looked just like it does now. A clearing, lots of sunshine, and that great big tree with all those knobby roots. We stopped and everybody had a drink at the spring. Even Ginger.
No, the cat didn't drink. Now, that's important.
Yeah, don't leave that out. Everyone had a drink except for the cat.
Well, anyway, Winnie, the water tasted sort of strange. But just the same, we camped there overnight and moved on the next morning.
Finally, we came to a nice little spot out west in a pretty little valley.
Where he built a house for Ma and Pa. And a little shack for me and Miles.
Well, that's when we begun to see something peculiar. Jessie fell out of a tree.
I was way up in the middle, Winnie, trying to saw some of the big branches before we cut her down. And all of a sudden, I lost my balance and I fell.
It landed plumb on his head. Now, we thought for sure his neck was broke. Come to find out, it didn't hurt him a bit.
And not long after, some hunters came by one day around sunset. The horse was grazing down by some trees, and they shot her. Mistook her for a deer, they said. But the thing is that the bullet didn't even hurt her. The bullet went clear through, hardly even left a mark.
And Pa got bit by a copperhead.
Yeah, and Jessie ate them poison mushrooms.
Yeah, and I cut myself slicing bread.
The thing is, Winnie, none of us got sick or hurt or nothing.
But it was the passage of time that worried us. We'd settled down, farmed the land, made friends. But then we had to face up to the fact that something was terribly wrong. You see, Winnie, none of us was growing any older.
I was more than 40. Had a wife and a child, and by the looks of me, I was still 25.
Well, after a time, even our friends come to pull away from us. There was talk of witchcraft and black magic. Well, you can't hardly blame them, but finally we had to leave the farm. We went back the way we'd come, just wandering. And when we came to what was left of the wood to make a camp, when we got to the tree in the spring, we remembered him from before.
And that's how we found out about the spring. That tree hadn't grown one whit in all the years since we had left it. It was exactly the same. Then we remembered about drinking the water, us and the horse, but not the cat. That cat had lived a long and happy life, but it had died 10 years before. Give me that spoon, Winnie. I want to show you something.